Hello there, this is DVT, and these are the rooms. And alright, let's play some more Asphalt 8, and today we're testing out the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary. Oh yeah, baby. Now, I normally don't like doing videos of Asphalt 8 in a row, but come on, the update just dropped and this thing got rebalanced along with so many other cars, and I have to try this car. This poor thing has been suffering for too long. We need to see if it performs good or not. So you know how this goes, I'm gonna do some multiplayer races, all of them sequential, so there's no cherry picking. I'm gonna show you whatever happens, happens. Whether I win, lose, wreck, or do amazing stuff, you're gonna see it. So alright, let's jump right into that. Alright, so what's the deal with this car? It's one of the OG cars in the game, so it's been there for a very long time, and oh man, that poor thing performed terrible. I mean, I don't know how it performed 5 years, 6 years ago, but as of late... Are you kidding me? I picked the wrong car! Ah! As I was saying, talking about the Countach, yeah, it's a very old car, so I don't know how it performed 6 years ago. But for the past couple of years that I played this game, in multiplayer, seriously... Oh man, sorry, I'm knocking down everybody. I'm sorry, people, didn't mean to. This thing has been performing terrible for that time. So now to see it rebalance finally, I've been asking for the rebalance of this thing for the longest time, and look at that. Right out the gate, I got first place. I mean, we're gonna see what happens through the rest of the race, and let's see if I don't mess it up. But man, this nitro duration, it's actually good. Oh man, it's... Seriously, the nitro duration of this thing used to be absolutely atrocious. This thing would not spend nitro, it would burn nitro, it would drink nitro, you know, it would evaporate. I mean, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But it was terrible. So now seeing it actually have, oh Jesus Christ, great nitro duration. Well, I don't know if it's great, it feels great though. It feels great. Yeah, it's quite refreshing. I'll say though, the drifting doesn't seem super sharp, but honestly for a car on Class D, that's not terrible. And actually, you know what, this is, I would say, the best track to test the nitro duration on this thing, because this is probably one of the longest track with the least amount of nitro in it. There's also other very long tracks, obviously, like Tokyo, or I don't know, the newer one, Orbital Loop. Also, Terra 9 can be really long, but this is old and long, so it doesn't have a ton of nitro. Now, I did run out of nitro a little bit over there, but overall, it's very respectable, I'm telling you. I think it was thrice worse how the nitro used to be on this thing. And even though it got moved from Class C to Class D, they seem to be doing quite alright. Alright, let's see what I was racing against. I did get a first place in the first race, so I already said that's a fantastic thing. There we go. And yeah, a lot of people triple boosted, and even cars that are at the top of the bracket, because you remember, this bracket, for example, the top of the bracket, but the low part of the top is 18, then it goes 19, 20, 21, and the top of the top is 22, and yet I was still able to beat them. How about that? Alright, interesting result, I'll say that much. Alright, let's go into another race and see what my beauty can do. Now, I'll pray that the game stays stable. Because honestly, ever since the patch, I have been noticing a bunch of crashes, so hopefully it's not gonna be happening. In fact, this is the second time I'm attempting to record this video, because the first one, in the very first race, it just straight up crashed. So there is that. But yeah, let's see. Now, it's... Oh, I'm sorry, buddy, I'm sorry! Don't push me, don't push me! I would say that this car, for the longest time, it was a very boring car to me. I've never been a huge fan of the Countach. I'm sorry! Ah, Jesus, I'm knocking everybody down. I'm sorry, people. I've never been a big fan of the Countach, mostly because it's the... Oh, he ringed out. Somebody went into the left side and ringed out. It's the starting Lambo, you know? It's the approachable Lambo in video games. Even though in real life, these things, I imagine, they're pretty expensive by now. So yeah, from the longest time that I've been playing racing games that have Lambos in it, and the Countach is the starter Lambo, it's like, yeah, whatever. I want the newer, fancier Lambos. But honestly, the older I get, the more I like this car. And this is a change that has been happening for the last 6 months or so, I don't even know. But I've been appreciating the Countach more, and surprisingly, as much as I love cars that have ginormous wings, this car, the Countach, is the one car that I like it without a wing. The original wing of this thing, it's the arrow shape. I don't like it. I think the Countach looks better without it. If you put a more modern wing, okay, maybe I can like it a bit like that. But the old wing, I don't know. I know that's an unpopular opinion because I know the Countach, it's loved for how rambunctious it looks with all of that stuff, but I like it in the more sleek look without the wing and without so much aero on it. I don't know. It's a weird case. It's the one contradiction I have. All right, actually, I just got to the next league, but we're going to continue using this car. Yeah, a bunch of triple boosted people. This guy did well without triple boost, but hey, there you go. Hey, pretty good already, huh? It's actually looking good so far. I like it. Now, because I got to the next league, that actually sends me out to the multiplayer menu because it has to rank me up. So I took the opportunity to also change the color of my Countach, and now the textures are loading. Fantastic. All right, so again, acceleration seems pretty strong on this thing. I have been told, I think it was AZ that told me on Discord earlier that this car has pretty good acceleration, and he seems to be quite correct about it. Look at that sky, it's so blurry. Textures, could you please load? I would be ever so grateful if you did that. Come on. Is this the exact same race? I mean, the exact same track that we just did? I think so. As I said earlier, these races are sequential, so obviously, well, it would be, I mean, not easy because it's not that I win often, but it would be relatively easy for me to show the races where I do well. Remember, I do sequential races, no skipping, no nothing, so whatever happens, happens. Because, you know, it's one thing that I always try to say, that I'm not attempting to show that I'm a great driver or anything. I'm a mediocre player, all right? But in a way, I think that makes it a bit more relatable, because I know that not everybody can be an alien. I know that there's a bunch of aliens on YouTube, and that's fantastic, but I am a champion for the mediocre player. Oh yeah, baby. Still, Countach, damn, this thing seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know if it's on sale at the moment, because normally once they rebalance cars, they remain out of sale for a while, but since there were so many cars that got rebalanced, I would imagine that they will have to be returning them relatively soon. But man, if this thing it's on sale for credits or something, get it. Because this thing you can upgrade for ads. And man, let me tell you, this performance, it's actually kind of jaw-dropping, to be completely honest. Look at that, I'm just eating the servals, no problem. Well, there's some other Countach that didn't do fantastic, but then again, well, yeah, they were triple boosted, so hey, who knows, maybe skill matters. I mean, more like luck, but hey, whatever. All right, finally we got into a different track. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be switching colors a little bit. I mean, I'm still using the yellow one, but this Countach actually has a very cool livery that I get out of the way, dude. You're supposed to accelerate fast. The Countach has a very cool livery that was, I think, purchasable for credit, so it was easy to get. I like it. I mean, I'm not a great huge fan of the of liveries in the cars. I like looking at the cars in the original colors and all, but I mean, it's also good to spice it up from time to time. And honestly, I do wish that GameLoft added more liveries or decals to more cars. Even if I don't like them, I think that makes it very interesting when you're in multiplayer and you might see 3 different cars. I mean, 3 of the same car, but if they have different liveries, you're like, oh, that looks super dope, regardless of the color itself. But hey, whatever. So yeah, this car does have a really cool one that I used to use a lot, but lately I've been just going for that clean look, but might equip it a bit later. Like I said, I'm really curious if they're gonna keep this car to be a credit car. They probably should, because again, it's one of the OG cars in the game, so it kind of makes sense that it's still a car that people could acquire relatively easy, but I don't know. Who knows? And before this performance is actually somewhat bugged, and the car is too good now, I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. But man, I've been getting nothing but first places over here. What is that? Though, to be fair, playing in lower leagues, because obviously I was in the beginner league and right now I'm in the silver league, you also face a lot of people, or a bunch of people, let's say, that may not be super experienced in the game, so you might be also facing a little bit of newbies here and there. Over here, the Aston Martin wasn't fully upgraded. The Servolt was not fully upgraded. So, all right, no surprise I got a good result over here because the triple boosted were not even at the maximum, at the top of the bracket. So that kind of makes sense. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, here we go. I changed the color again of the car, and I applied also the livery that I was talking about, so you can check it out. I saw a couple of Dodge Vipers ACRs over there, which seem to... Oh, get out of the... Come on, man. A couple of... Are you... Alright, let me delete this race. No, I'm just kidding. I told you! Sequential race, whatever happens, happens. Those Dodge Vipers, man, I don't think that car has gotten rebalanced yet. I don't think it was on the list of the rebalances. That car, it needs it so bad too. It's such a beautiful car. It's the ACR. I said ACX, no, ACR, right? And that thing looks absolutely beautiful, but man, it's also a very old car, so it also has super old performance, meaning very terrible acceleration, like legit terrible acceleration. Nitro, from what I remember, it's bad. It's not as bad as the Countach was, but it's still pretty bad. In fact, I have my own Viper tune for, I don't remember for what bracket. I did a tune for it, hoping that it could perform all right. Nah, poor thing just suffers. So, oh well. But let's hope that it does get, I mean, at this point, I think it's clear that GameLoft wants to rebalance every single car that is in circulation still. And by that, I mean, obviously not the cars that are out of license and things like that. Although I've heard that some cars that are out of license still get rebalanced. I guess GameLoft is trying to be all-inclusive about it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But okay, third place. I'll live with a third place. Like I said, I'm not here to show only wins. It's to show whatever happens in multiplayer. All right, so there were some ups, and maybe that's why we didn't get first place. But the Shelby Cobra, we got another Countach, and a Mercedes-Benz SL65, and everybody else was unboosted. So all right, well, the rest are not really surprises, are they? It's fine. Oh, boosters! Okay, so I need to reactivate my boosters, but while we're here, might as well show you the livery with, you know, taking my time with it. I think it looks pretty dope. And the regular colors, well, let's remove the livery first. The regular colors available for the car, you know, is what you would expect to see the good old Countach in or at, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Honestly, between this and this looks so much better. And like I was saying, there is this livery, but I also have the one that I got during the neon season or whatever. This one looks kind of dope. But honestly, in spite of the fact that I don't like fully black cars, with this livery, I think black only makes sense, right? I believe so. All right, so let me activate my boosters and get to the next race. All right, so let's try my neon livery, because why not? Now, if you're enjoying this video, if you're liking it, why don't you hit the like button? It helps the channel, so please do. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can literally just do it while you're watching this. So go ahead, do it for me. Just do it for me, please. All right, so let's see what we can do with this beauty. Again, I'm not a huge fan of black cars, mostly because normally black cars tend to hide a lot the shapes of the car, you know? I like the more brighter color. Oh, no, he's pushing me to the wrong side, dude, the fudge is the matter with you? God damn it. All right, whatever. Yeah, so black cars normally tend to hide a lot the shape of the car, and I don't love that. Not that it hides the shape, but you know, the lines aren't so visible anymore. So that's why I like brighter colored, or even if they're not necessarily super bright, but just something that isn't a straight up black that makes everything blend together, you know? And in fact, that's also why I like cars that do have some accents to them, because when the car is it's on a plain color, why was I using just single nitro there? I don't know. When it's on a plain color, I mean, they can still look great, but if they have accents, oh man, that just makes it so much better. So yeah, there you go. Now, as I was saying, this particular livery, I think it looks the best with the black color, so that's all right. I'll do it for this one. Oh, I managed that, fantastic. I've been practicing on forcing, oh, sorry, buddy. I've been practicing forcing those barrel rolls, because that is actually what helped me in, I don't know what cup, practicing those barrel rolls. So I've been trying to get better at them, and hey, I managed one. I do it every couple years, so that's fine. All right, so the Aston Martin defeated me. That's fine, but I did beat the Servolt Enduro. Oh, this car, it's a beauty. I want to use that too at some point. All right, let's get to the next one. And by the way, you notice these races are sequential because you can always see my race counter over here. So that's how you know that I'm not skipping races, that I did races and I'm skipping them. Nah, all of this is true, man. Okay, so I think this really proves the fact that the game loves to send you into variants of the same track in a row, right? Because we're again on French Iguana, as I call it. Oh, look at that! That's a Morgan. Oh, nice. You don't see you wouldn't see Morgans often before. Now I'm glad. I mean, it got demoted from Class C to Class D, but hey, now apparently you're gonna be seeing them, so I like that. I have my own Morgan. I never pro'd it. It was in fact one of the first I think that was the very first festival in which I went premium, because in that same festival you could get the Dodge Tomahawk in the premium lane, and I was like, oh my god, I can get an ultimate bike on a rank of 1860 by, I don't know, what was it, $15? I ran out of nitro. Don't push me, buddy. Don't push me. We're chill. We're chill. We're chill. All right, so the problem in this race is that the guy that was ahead of me in first place took every single nitro bottle, so that's why I ended up running out of nitro. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. You want to keep some space so that the nitro bottle has time to respawn, like right there. Oh, I messed that up. I wanted to try to force another spin. It's fine. What was I saying? I don't know, I keep forgetting. It's all right. When you're an old man like I am, you forget stuff. It's good. It's all good. Hey, it's still a top 3. I'll take it. In spite of the mess-ups, it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, so the Lotus won, the Morgan Arrow. Oh yeah, the Morgan, that's how I got the bike. Oh man, I didn't know what that bike was until I actually drove it. All right, not a terrible result in spite of the fact that I was running heavily out of nitro, so that's all right. Okay, now this looks like fun. Retro-futuristic car with retro-futuristic livery and a futuristic track. Oh yeah, baby. Let's do this. Get out of the way! Ah, Jesus, all right. Not to self. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to knock it down. Not to self. Avoid the cars at the starts. Jesus Christ. They just get in the way. Now, this is a relatively complex track, so I have some faith that people are not super used to this track still, even though it's been in the game for a couple of years now. And maybe that'll give me an opportunity to come back a little bit. Maybe not at first place, but for example, this turn, a lot of people mess it up, and so do I. Ah, you mother lover! Oh, Jesus, he messed it up. So that turn, it's a key turn in this track. I actually like that part a lot because... Did you notice that started in the game? I feel like it's gonna crash at any time now. That turn, it's kind of a technical turn, all things considering what you could call technical in this game. And yeah, it's pretty easy to mess it up, so you do need to practice it quite a bit if you want to do all right with it. Oh, hold up, I'm already in third place. I'm liking that. Maybe this guy seems to be running out of nitro. I'm gonna go for... I shouldn't make this jump. Oh well, whatever. Come on. Is that... I don't know what that is. Is that the Viper? No, that's... Get out! Oh, you mother... I'm okay. God! See, I could have gotten second or first place even, but no. 30 players. It's fine. It's good. I'm not salty. You're salty. Ah, okay, so it was a Mercedes-Benz. Okay, I see. Fine. Whatever. See if I care. San Diego Harbor. Okay. I would have liked to get another Terra 9 race, to be completely honest, just to redeem myself, but oh well. There's those cars that messed me up. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not salty. Oh! Ah, damn it. I need to not forget, or to remember, to avoid the cars right at the start. Alright, so that does tell me that the acceleration on this thing, it's pretty strong. The fact that I'm having to consciously make an effort to dodge the cars means that the acceleration is damn strong. So that's nice to see. Again, I would have never thought to see this car, you know, shining in that sense. Seeing it perform nicely. It's so beautiful, man. What can I say? I mean, I said it on the previous video that, on yesterday's video, that all of these rebalances, while they might look like, oh, they're nerfs and all of that, I just call them rebalances because the reality is that I don't care if the cars get turned from a Class C into Class D if it's a good Class D, like it is right now. Or even if it's not necessarily good or amazing, so long as it's competitive, it's good enough for me. Which is probably what happened with the SPJ, but that'll be for another video once I get to that league. But yeah, look at that. Another first place. That is absolutely beautiful. And speaking of the previous video, check what's appearing on the screen right now on the left side if you want to watch my review of the entirety of the patch notes, or you can also watch maybe this video where I did a comparison of Asphalt 9 versus Asphalt 8 on the Murcielago. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like button. And that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. Bye-bye.